So on Pokemon Sword and Shield on Nintendo Switch 2. My name is Devon Law, aka Player 1, and I'm the Shining Pokemon Hunter in both Scarlet Violet, Legend ZA, and Kanto region, and also Legend and Galar as well. And here is my co-host Sylvavius Element Jones 1542. Sylvavius, say hello to the fair audience, please. And Sylvavius, would you tell the fair audience about yourself, please? Yep. And now, now without further ado, so now we're going. So here's a birthday treat. Here's a great treat for you guys. And today we're gonna play that episode on both Sword and Shield on the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Right now, my goal is to hit 200 subscribers. I know it's really hard to make, but I'm trying to make that goal to happen. So if you like the video, please hit the subscribe below at Mario Masters 150 for more content. Make sure to leave a like down below. Make sure to hit that subscribe as well. Make sure to hit down the bell as well. I do appreciate that. And also, folks, stay tuned for the upcoming games for both Nintendo Switch and Switch 2, which is Splatoon Raiders is coming out on Switch 2 on July 23rd, 2026. And also, Nintendo Switch Sports Resort is launching on exclusive on Switch 2 on October 22nd, 2026. And also, Pokemon Pocopia has a Part 2, 3, and 4 special launching onto Switch 2 this August in 2026, which is the Bubbly Basin. And also, folks, stay tuned for the new Wolverine game coming out this September 2026. And also, last but certainly not least, Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls is launching onto PlayStation 5 and PC on August 6, 2026. And those are the upcoming games that I'll be announcing today. Okay, in our previous episode, we have reached Route 10, aka Route T1. And we caught our very first shiny Pokemon in the Lake of Outrage. The Pokemon that we caught in the Lake of Outrage without using a shiny charm was Orbeetle. That was the Pokemon we found in the Lake of Outrage that was a shiny unannounced. Okay, and here we are on Route 10. Since it's really snowy, you have a high chance of finding ice-type Pokemon. And also folks, stay tuned for the Part 2 and Part 3 special that's coming up to Switch 2, which is Part 2 will be the Eye of Armor, and Part 3 is the Crown Tundra. Now that's when things going to start. Now Part 2 is going to get a little tricky on you, and Part 3, that's when things going to really start challenging you. And also in our previous episode, we collected all 8 badges to complete our Pokemon badge album. Now with all 8 badges, any Pokemon can be listened to your choice. Waha! A Pokemon trainer. What should I do? I really don't want to battle. But guess what? You saw me, and League Rule says we Pokemon eyes meet. That means a battle showdown. It's gonna be on the premises. And also, folks, those of you who want to get shiny Pokemon, all you have to do is have the requirements, which is the Oval Charm, the Shining Charm, and the Catching Charm. Those requirements must be necessary in order to find Pokemon that are shiny. Also, folks, you can trade with people along with your friends too to get shiny Pokemon as well. That works too, but you gotta be lucky to make that happen. Because if you don't get lucky, then let's get 100 Pump, and presto, Gigalith is down. Like that was so, because that Pokemon was not so very smart. Alright on. And also, folks, this Pokemon called Rhydon came from the Kanto region, which you could be find in both Ridiculous Cave and the underground Victory Road. That's your find Rhydon. Okay, time to wash away this Pokemon. Haha, you got soapy suds. And a direct hit. Extraordinary. And also, folks, you can also make Pokemon as friends. You can also make Pokemon as your friends in Highlands too. All you do is set up camp and show your Pokemon team that you really care about them. Do so, and they'll do the same thing to you as your followers. Hold on a sec, audience. We're right back after these messages. Apologies, audience. Apparently, we have some internet issues, but don't worry. We're gonna get more information, so don't you worry. Okay, as I was saying, yep. As long as you have all 8 badges that completed the emblem, every Pokemon can be listened to you without fail. Even legendaries, mythicals, and so much more. Ah, the Darmanitan. And also, folks, Darmanitan has two forms. One is a Galar, which is pure ice, and one is fire type, and one is pure fire type that comes from the Unova region. And also, folks, stay tuned because Pokemon Ways and Winds is another upcoming game for launching onto the Switch 2, September in 2027. And also, Pokemon Legends Galar is going to be another upcoming game, but it's not going to be 100% confirmed right now. So we're going to try to get more information to make sure it can be confirmed. Okay, as next Pokemon is going to be launching out will be a Fallings. And also, folks, Fallings came from the Kalos region, and also this Pokemon has a Mega Evolution as well. Also, Fallings has a Mega Evolution as well, which is still partially fighting. Ouch. You're out, Fallings. And his last Pokemon is called Grapploct. And this Pokemon came from this region, Galar region, Grapploct. And his shiny form is pretty decent. And there you have it. This trainer is now completed. That's what happens if you don't match your typings. And also, folks, it's always good. It's always good to match your typings. Otherwise, if you don't match your typings correctly, they're going to take advantage of you. And also, folks, it's always good to match your typings correctly, because if you don't, you're going to fail. Time for action news. Okay, so he a little sick and clink clank. Time to scorch some Pokemons, and time to drown some Pokemons. Ha! That's one down. Well done, Gardevoir. Bullseye! Spectacular, Cinderace. Direct hit. Nice going. Oh, careful with the ice. And also, folks, hail is a special weather that automatically takes damage, but it won't stop. But it won't stop any ice types. And this Pokemon has a Noivern. And this Pokemon Noivern, it came from the Kalos region. Yes, 2 down. Ah! You know, Sukamaru came from the Alola region. And also, this Pokemon trainer owns Sukamaru. His name is called Softboys, another one of Ash's main buddies. Okay, Cinderace and Tillian, time to wash this Pokemon away. See ya. Well, that's what happens. That's what happens if you don't match your typings correctly. And also, folks, in order to connect to the internet, you must have the online or the online plus expansion apps. And then once you get them, you can have access to people all the way around the universe. And here we are. We're almost there. Just past these double wide gates or arches. And here we are. White-on Station. No. This is the place you can have as much battles as you wish once you become the champion. But in order to beat the champion, you must make your way through the rank cups, and then challenge Champion League. Okay, once you challenge Champion League, take him down. Take him down and send it to Charizard, and Charizard will submit to your defeat. But watch yourself if using water types because Charizard can learn a grass type move too called Solar Beam. So be careful. As long and also folks, as long as you and also folks, as long as you as long as you keep your focus and as long as you keep your strength focus on too, you should be able to accomplish anything. Yes. This is Strawberry Fago X555. This is Pokemon Sword and Shield. Yep, but this is but this is but this is the only Switch 2 version. Yes, Strawberry Fago. It is pretty awesome, and also there's an upcoming game that's coming to Switch 2, but that's in September in 2027, which is Pokemon Ways and Winds. There'll be another upcoming game that's launching to Switch 2 only. So, Pokemon Shield, yes, Pokemon Shield is pretty awesome, and you can also shiny hunt in both games too. Whoa! Wait. And also, folks, and also you can also shiny hunt too, or shiny trade as well. But you need the required conditions to make that happen. I see what you mean. Now here we found a Q-Fact, the baby evolution of the Pachyderm, called Copper Raja. And also, Pokemon Pocopia has a Part 2 and Part 3 special, which is the Bubbly Basin. Now, so Pokemon Pocopia is now over. And also, folks, in Pokemon Pocopia, your mission is to build as many habitats as you can in order to make allies with your other Pokemons. Excuse me, audience. Apologies, audience. We now return from the messages. Okay. And also, folks, we caught another Pokemon called Hitmonlee. This Pokemon Hitmonlee came from the Kanto region as well. In order to obtain one of those in the Kanto region, we're playing Let's Go. All you is defeat Bruno in Saffron. Defeat Bruno in Saffron, and he'll give you a reward of choosing either the punching Pokemon Hitmonchan or the kicking Pokemon Hitmonlee. And also, this Pokemon Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, they both here fighting. And also, when you're fighting Bruno, you're going to choose one Pokemon if you take him down. You're going to choose one Pokemon if you beat him. Between Hitmonchan, which is the punching Pokemon, the boxer, or Hitmonlee, the one who loves to kick with his spring legs / feet. And once you choose one, you can't. Once you choose your Pokemon that you wish to take with you, then you can't get the other. Like that's a no-go. And here we have the Lake of Outrage. Now here, that's where you'll find another evolution. Depends on the weather. But you can only count on one evolution per day. Oh, since it's sunny, we have a high chance of finding Flareon or Leafeon. And look at that, there's a Chandelure. There's Ninetales too. And there's a Flareon. And also, Flareon, Leafeon, Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon, those are the three main evolution elements that came from Kanto and throughout all other regions. Then generations later, like generation 2 and 3, that's where you'll find Umbreon and Espeon. Generation 4, you'll find Leafeon and Glaceon, and generation 6, you'll find Sylveon. Also, in Legend Arceus, you'll find Sylveon there too, which is kind of weird. Okay, we found Ninetales. And also, this Ninetales has a split form. One's in Kanto, which is this one, and one's in Alolan. The difference between the Kanto and Alolan Ninetales is Ninetales from the Kanto region that's pure fire. The Alolan Ninetales, it came from the Alolan region that's ice and fairy. It's like a combination of both ice and fire. Yeah, don't you tell it, Nubik. And also, folks, in order to evolve Ninetales, in both Kanto and Alolan, you just need the stones to evolve Vulpix. Like you need a Fire Stone that'll evolve into Ninetales with the regular form, or Ice Stone if it's at Alolan. And there you have it. We caught the regular Ninetales. Fox Pokemon. It says to live 1,000 years, and each of its tails is loaded with supernatural powers. That's also true. Just for Durant to make a move, then Durant showed up. That we already caught Durant, but we could just take it down. See ya. And remember, folks, one EV evolution per day can be found. So, so you gotta be careful of which EV you'll find. Because the EV evolution environment is changed up on you super quickly. And you'll find special Pokeballs that the trainers can give you. You just gotta find a certain amount. You just gotta find a certain person that sells it. Like the Poke guy. Yeah, once you count the Poke guy, he'll give you a special Pokeball every time you see him. But he'll give you one Pokemon. He'll give you one Pokeball each every time you encounter him. And remember, folks, Pokemon are also allies, not two. Whoa! But they're paying attention. Wasn't paying attention. Almost ran right into a Pokemon that we don't want. Yeah, while in the water zone, press the right, take the right and off the R3 button on your controller to look around your surroundings. Just like that. It's also good for peeking around corners too. Okay, now we found a Crucial in the Dynamax. We've also connected with people online too to help take down the Pokemon. Like you got one person who's willing to help out. And remember, we see 5 stars. That means it's on expert mode. So that means you gotta be very cautious. There it is. Of course, Crucial will start battling by using his barriers. Okay, all you'll do is attack the barriers. Once you attack the barriers, all of it, and once you attack the barriers, then the cruiser will have normal barriers, and that's what starts losing HP. Uh-oh. Come on, team. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, training with the alternatives. Gotta make a move. If the barrier's going, you lost the HP. Ow! Turns it. We're on the same side. Dang, I still can't make a move. Yeah, that's what happens if you choose a fire type against a rock type. Alright, time to get serious. Okay, time to get serious. This is for avoiding my attacks. This is for dodging my moves. Alright, trainer with the alternatives, we're waiting for you now. Ow. That's for avoiding. There we go. Now we're making moves. That's for avoiding my attacks. Well, folks. Apologies, audience. We're going to take a little short break, but don't worry. I'm going to show you more of the content in a minute. This is Devon Law speaking, aka Player One speaking. We're signing off. We'll see you next time on the next Pokemon Adventure. And peace out.